What's up, everyone? Welcome to Kodansha Live. I am your host, Misaki Kido. I'm very glad to see you back here. Man, it's like getting really cold, and when it's getting really cold, I long for the summer. Sorry, summer, for complaining all about how hot it is and stuff. I miss you already. Hope you come back. But it's kind of too late now, so I'm like looking forward to next year already. So today's theme in Kodansha Live, today we're gonna talk about the summer 2021 new licensing announcements. So just when we're getting used to this cold, we just have have to remember that there's something to look forward to in the next year coming up very soon. Let's see. Well, I said that I'm cold, but it's actually like really early 50s or something, and all the Canadians are laughing at me for being a weather whiz. So I'm just gonna take this off. Who am I kidding, right? So let's get started on the announcements. Yeah, I guess that's what we're here for. And off the bat, ready? Let's start with Beauty and the Beast of the Lost Paradise. This is a new title by Kaori Yuki. When I saw this name, my eyes opened up real quick, because this is one of my favorite shoujo manga artists of all time. I would even just call it like a shoujo manga. Kaori Yuki is like a genre of herself, I think. I want to show you some of the pages from there. So the story follows the classic tales of the Beauty and the Beast. She has done something like this for Alice in Wonderland. It was called Alice in Murderland. So this is her take on the classic fairy tale. And in this story, there's this main character. Sorry about that. The main character, Belle, is a really spunky girl here. But she's bothered by this color of her hair that is like a violet color, like you saw on the cover earlier. Her mother's telling her she's okay, but while they were on an excursion, they come across this this being. I think he just goes by Beast, and people assume that he kidnaps beautiful women to do something. We really don't know yet. So we're terrified because he's completely unknown. And then we come across this crazy murder scene. And after this this moment, her mother goes missing. She's kind of spirited away. Since then, Belle kind of stays indoor at her house. Her dad is intending to protect her, but we really don't know what his true intent is. And then it seems like he's just trying to keep her indoor from the eyes of everybody. So we're trying to find out what is up. And this also story picks up when she started to kind of be on the journey to get outside of that door, outside of that house. So that is Beauty and the Beast of the Lost Paradise. That is coming soon in August 2021. Okay. Okay, next up is Boys Run the Riot. I am super excited to announce this title. I've been eyeing on this series since it was in a magazine in Japan. So this is a very unique series. It follows the main character who knows that he's a transgender. But as we know, in Japan, you have to wear a gender-specific school uniform. So he obviously feels kind of weird about that, and he kind of changes before he goes to school and stuff. And speaking of strange, a new face shows up to a classroom one day, and rumor has it that he flunked the grade, so he's redoing the second year of junior high. And so that set aside, Ryo, sorry, has this hobby, that passion, I should say, that he likes men's fashion, street clothes in particular. And his secret hobby is to go shopping at these like really awesome stores in Tokyo and check out the favorite brands and stuff. And just when he is kind of looking around for like new gears, that he comes across the dude that just came into the classroom, and he kind of runs out of this situation. Kind of doesn't want to see him at school. But sure enough, he kind of approaches him and say, "Hey man, like, do you want to start a brand together?" That's his proposition and beginning of their journey. So that is Boys Run the Riot, and that is coming out also in August 2021. And it looks like it's like a double volume. It's a extra large 400 page volume, so it would be a guarantee that it's going to be a page turner. All right, next announcement. Oh, Battle Angel Alita is back, and this time in a paperback edition. So for those of you who may have seen the Hollywood adaptation of Battle Angel Alita, it was called Alita Battle Angel, by James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez. This paperback might be a good place to start to get into the origin of the story, because as soon as you open the pages, you start to see, like, well, first of all, the art is gorgeous, and it's such an amazing opening sequence right here. But you could also see that like where the Hollywood adaptation gets the influences, ideas into the plots, and I think they really did a fantastic job actually incorporating the original storyline and the world view sort of concept. And of course there's the famous motorball runs competition sequence. This happens in like volume 3 or so, when Alita shows up as one of the racer/fighter. This is like one of my favorite story arcs in this story. But yeah, this, as you can see, like if you enjoy the plots, like there's a whole lot more to this story than what we have seen in the first movie. So yeah, definitely check out the new edition of Battle Angel Alita. Now that it's going to be very affordable, it's $12.99 for one volume, and it's going to be 6 volumes of that. So check it out. Speaking of another new edition, Sailor Moon is back too. Okay, so this time it's called Sailor Moon Naoko Takeuchi Collection. And you know, we have been releasing the Sailor Moon Eternal Edition, which is like what we call the perfect edition. But you know, if you are like a hardcore collector, like you want to kind of keep your collection in a pristine condition and stuff, and like you might just want to have another set of books just to kind of like read it over and over again. If that's the case, if that's for you, the Sailor Moon Naoko Takeuchi Collection Edition would be the way to go. And this is gonna come out, the first volume is gonna come out in April of 2021. Alright, I hope you check that one out too. Well, you know, like especially if you haven't like read Sailor Moon, I can't believe if there's any people out there, like I shouldn't say that actually. If there's like a new generation of fans who are just like interested in getting into Sailor Moon, this might be a good way to go. Alright, next up. Silent Boys. This is also another one of my favorites manga series, complete favorite manga series from Kodansha, and it has become a phenomenon since the release of the movie from Kyoani. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar of this title from the anime, but I just wanted to kind of point out how amazing the art style looks. You know, like this is the original art style by Yoshitoki Oima, who's also currently working on To Your Eternity. But this is the opening sequence where Shoko, who has a hearing disability, comes into the classroom of the other main character, Shota. And to her, him, she's like a greatest mystery of all time. He's just like, I've never met somebody who communicates through notebooks, and his immediate reaction is kind of a cruel one, you know, like he just calls him what a weirdo. Like, that's like a kind of like a kid's reaction to this situation, but she's just trying to do her best to, you know, fit into the classroom. But then sure enough, bullying starts, and Shoya is actually the one who's kind of leading the bullying in the class, just like taking away her hearing aids, and she really can't hear it and stuff. A lot of things happens here. She leaves the class. She actually has to leave the school, and after she leaves the school, Shoya becomes the target of bullying for being the bully, which is a really kind of ironic situation. And after years and years of not seeing each other, he was trying to find a way to redeem the situation that he has created, and he finally actually gets a chance to reunite with her. How does the redemption go from such a horrible situation? Is it possible to win her heart back? That is the big question. So that's the Silent Voice. Sorry about that. That is the collector edition coming up in, sorry, the complete collector's edition that is coming out in August 2021. That is, there's also a mention that there's going to be a part 2 of that is part 2 is coming out in 2022. All right, next one up. The quintessential quintuplets is coming out in print as a manga box set. Yes, that is correct. As you may know, this series has become a huge hit in year 2020. Actually, since 2019, it has been a big hit for us, and that's just like, I want to point out how cute these characters are. Like, just like off the bat, like she has this like angry face to like cute face, like back to back, just like very expressional characters. The main character is like asked to be a tutor to help her studies, but he doesn't want to take on that job. And within the course of time of this conversation, he meets a couple girls at his school, all equally attractive, very quirky, not very shy to talk to him most of the time anyways. But then soon he realizes that they are related, and they're sisters. Not only they're sisters, they are quintuplets who are just as bad at study than every single one. And the catch is that this happens a lot in the monologue. He ends up marrying one of them, and we don't know which one he ends up being together with. So throughout the series, we are trying to solve that mystery. That's part of the fun of the quintessential quintuplets. And it's a good news that the box set is coming out in August 2021. because that is quite a page turner series as well. All right. I gone through quite a bit of details and mangas just now, but just wanna catch a breath real quick and look at like crazy chats that's coming out. Thank you guys very much for writing in. Actually, speaking of, I wanted to ask you, which announcement so far are you most excited about? Just kind of want to gauge the popularity and stuff like that. So while we're on the short break, please write in the comment in the chat, and I'll be right back. Yo yo yo! Welcome back to Kodansha Live. So here comes more announcements, I guess. Actually, roll back a little bit. I want to talk a little bit more about the immediate stuff, which is like winter 2020 slash 2021 new mangas to look out for, because there's quite a bit of series that is coming out that you guys should know going into the season, and here's why. All right, off the bat, it's back. Here we go. So for the new series, here's one of my recommendations: the life lessons with Uramichi Oni-san. This series is actually available already in print and digital format. It's about this a TV star who hosts like a kids show. He's like a very popular, handsome-looking host for the kids show, popular among the moms and so forth. But there's some like darkness to it. Like you see it on the top right corner right there. He has some like dark side, so to speak, that just like kicks in. So when he's like just like going through that full introduction of like, who's feeling energetic today, yay, and like who's feeling normal, yay. It's like who feels exhausted. Like I'm like, wait a minute, what is that dead look on your face? And he goes, me. And so like, even the kid's cuteness wouldn't even be a cure to him. And not even a little pep talk from his colleagues in the kigurumi costumes are getting to his heart. He's just he's asking them to show up a scene earlier so that he could use less energy. I don't know why he still has this job, but I'm guessing he still enjoys it. And of course, he leaves really early from work and have a cigarette outside. Everybody has those days. Check it out, Uramichi Oni-san. Here's another series that debuted during the pandemic, and it's totally underrated, and I really have to talk about this series. Blue Period. This is about high school students, pretty, I would say, normal guy. He's like okay with schoolwork, like he has friends and stuff, but he can't really quite get satisfaction out of his life from just hanging out, being stupid with friends and doing like acing at schoolwork and stuff. It's not giving him the joy that he really like wants to feel in his life, I guess. And one of those things that he realizes is like, he's telling his friend that he really likes the Shibuya in the early morning. It has this like tint of blue, and that's like really pretty. Like it really is pretty. I grew up in Shibuya. But when he tells that to his like friend, he's like, oh, yeah, morning Shibuya is great, but it also smells like trash. So like he's just kind of embarrassed about what he just said. But then like he actually started to kind of stumble into the art class where people are just working diligently to up their skills in the art, and they're also very honest about how they feel about things. Like, so here the art student senpai is like saying that if you see that scenery as blue, it's just like let it be. And that just has never really occurred to him. Like none of his buddies told him so. So from there, he finally actually starts to buckle down and decides to put his whole heart into illustrating this feeling that he has from looking at the Shibuya in the morning. And in the midst of that, he realizes how hard it is to be kind of honestly admitting like how you feel in general. But then those people who are working in the art, they have to do this all the time. And for this assignment, he really slack until the end. So he feels like he could do better, but like he just kind of ran out of time, so he just submits the work kind of incomplete. But then one of the art students actually look into it, and it's like, wow, who did this? Like, this is really pretty. And like, oh crap, it's that guy. Like, look at the name, and he's like, I wish I never complimented it. But from this one piece of artwork, he gets a compliment, and also his buddy also, you know, points out, yeah, I remember you saying that about Shibuya. I was like, is this how you feel? Like they get it. Like, all of a sudden, like, how he feels about the world is kind of communicated to his buddies in like a really real way, and then he just like gets very moved by this, to the point that he decides to well, actually, he's not sure yet. He's considering about kind of pursuing art in his schoolwork beyond his high school days. What is going to happen to him? This is like, you know, late bloomer, so to speak, but it's never too late to start anything like art. So I'm really rooting for him to be finding his way to become a good artist. So that's Blue Period. Volume 1 is out, I believe, and Volume 2 is coming soon this spring. Winter. Another one, this one I think debuted this week, Peach Boy Riverside. So here and on, it's kind of like, I would say it's an isekai series, and as the world gets weirder, isekai gets weirder too. So this is one of them. Peach Boy Riverside starts with a scene where a traveler meets twin tail princess, super princess, and the traveler, who looks like a girl, actually turns out to be a guy. And matter of fact, he is one of the most notorious demon slayer named Momotaro. He's like kind of classic legend kind of figure in Japanese folktale. And not only he kills a lot of demons, he kind of enjoys it a little too much. Sorry about the graphicness going on right here. We're all adults here, right? You know, like the next moment, he just like turns to the princess and like, you know, throwing a peace sign. Like, do I trust this guy or not? Like, he only has like animal buddies to accompany him on his journey too. So whether if the princess decides to follow this traveler on his journey or not is the beginning of the story. And I hope she does, because, you know, we wouldn't have a story on this otherwise. Okay, so that was Peach Boy Riverside. Next one up. Am I actually the strongest? This one is a really funny isekai series too. I really like it, like when there's a new twist to a genre like this. This one is coming out in November 24th, so it's in like a few weeks. And then this one starts out with a guy getting reincarnated into the isekai world as a young baby prince, but then off the bat he's getting ditched by his dad, who's a king, because according to this magic that tells the ability and potential of a person, he has like power level 2 out of it, and then is like, wait a minute, my son cannot be this weakling, and let's just you know, toss him out into the wild. And that's kind of what happens. Really grim start, but then meanwhile, in the back end there was an error. He's actually not just, you know, level 002, but he's like 1002 level, just off the chart baby, and then like the magic couldn't really tell his full potential. But anyways, he gets ditched in the wild. Really bad start to a beginning of a series, especially to a baby. But then, you know, his mind is still kind of like his conscious mind is like an adult, because he was just reincarnated from like a full-grown person in the real world into this isekai world. So he uses his wit and imagination, I guess, to kind of actualize what he can imagine. And he finds out that he's actually successful at this. And until yeah, he kind of manages himself until this giant wolf shows up. What is going to happen to this baby? We don't know. We're about to find out when the manga comes out on November 24. Sorry about that. All right, next series. This one is really interesting. Shangri-La Frontier. New announcement actually. This is coming out in December 8th. And this is a story, that follows the life of a gamer. If you're familiar with it, this person particularly is a huge admirer of super crappy game. Like he's all about super crappy game. Like he goes to game store looking for like extra crappy game. Like, oh, do you have any extra crappy game? It's like, oh, how was the last one? It was amazingly crappy. So like I think there's something to be admired about these like really heavily glitched, really difficult, challenging game to play. And the game store, the owner suggests him, hey, every once in a while, do you want to play like a super awesome game instead of super crappy game? There's one called Shangri-La Frontier. And he was like, okay, I'll give it a shot if everybody's like talking like that. And yeah, in this world, I guess it's all the games are played in like a virtual setting. So there's like a whole Oculus Go looking thing, and so he makes this character. It's like, why is it like a naked birdman is like my first question when I saw that cover. I had to find out what the hell is going on. And it turns out in this game, like one of the basic gears that you have to start the game, you can actually sell it immediately to make instant cash as you start it. So like if you decide to start the game with like hardly any gears, that means you have more money in your pocket. So that's the route that he decides to go. He's not just exposing himself, and he starts to play the game, and from all the days of playing super crappy game, he actually turned out to be a really amazing player in like a regular game or like super awesome game. So he's like he's doing a really good job here for a first-time player too, because somewhere else there's who seems like the creator of the game is looking at this game, just kind of disappointed that nobody has even completed the Shangri-La Frontier yet, not a single player. So would our main character be the first person to clear this game? We don't know, but he has a very high potential from playing super crappy games. So Shangri-La Frontier, please look forward to it on December 8th. All right. So from here and on, it's gonna be about the newly animated series. I don't know if you have already looked at the anime titles that's coming out in winter 2021, but I'm like super excited for these titles to be animated. Heaven's design team, I've been a huge fan of it since it has debuted in digital. Now it's available in print, and also it's gonna be in an anime, so like I'm super excited about this. And for those of you who doesn't know, it is about fictional design team that is in the heavens, and they get a request, like assignment from the client, aka the god, and based on the client's request, they create new creatures. So for example, like in this case, they're making a creature that could eat leaves off of a very tall branch. And this OG designer who has once created this like super phenomenal creature called horse, he keeps on bringing up horse into like options. So like it was like, what if the horse flies? And that's like, you know, not everybody's like, he's doing it again. It's like, what about the creature has super long neck? Like they get really creative with these ideas. But then of course the engineer comes through and points out all these technical errors that could possibly happen. Like, you know, like in order for a horse to be able to fly, you have to be like super yoked out and like has like huge like wings, and like it'll be pooping everywhere all the time to kind of, you know, have the energy to fly. I don't know, it gets really specific, but like at the end of each chapter, they successfully create a real animal. In this case, it happens to be a giraffe that gets approved. So I'm a sucker for animals. I like to imagine that these creatures are actually made in this way. So please look out for Heaven's Design Team. The anime is coming out starting in January 2021. Check it out. Next up is oh my gosh, Dr. Ramune, Mysterious Disease Specialist. This is another trippy manga that I never expected to be an anime, but I'll show you some pages from the manga. So off the bat, it's kind of graphic. It starts out with a scene of a girl crying mayonnaise out of her eyes, and apparently it hurts. I don't even want to know how that feels. But there are people out there in the world who has these like conditions that regular, ordinary doctors cannot cure. So in that case, Dr. Ramune shows up. That's the go-to guy when you have symptoms that you can't quite explain. In this case, the girl is a child actor. Right here, she's crying out soy sauce. You know, it's not just mayonnaise, but it's like all kinds of condiments comes out of her eyes. And it seems like it's rooted to this feeling that she has towards her career in child acting. That, you know, she feels like she's being told to do this from her mom, and you know, she can cry on the cue, but she actually don't know what it feels like to actually cry. So he prescribed these like weird tea to her. It's like, you know, drink these, and then he also gives like a little like pill case that looks like a shell. Like those are like a lot stronger, so like just don't use it too often. Guys, never receive mysterious drug from mysterious doctor. And so she starts to, you know, take these medicines, alternative medicines that Dr. Ramune has given her. And now she has like this other condition that she can only speak the truth. Like here she's like telling her mom that I want to quit my job of acting. It was like, so be careful what you wish for is the message that I'm getting. I'm very interested in how this anime is going to be look like, and also it has this like kind of energy and vibe like a Gintama, which I really love. Comedy, and more comedy is better in the upcoming year, I think. So please look forward to Dr. Ramune manga and anime. Manga is coming out next week, November 17th. Anime in January 2021. Okay. From here and on, let's see. I want to show off some holiday gift ideas. Basically, I'm showing off like best of all Kodansha products that's out there. This is Akira box set that includes Akira Club, which has all these really amazing works by Otomo Sensei and also the Akira patch too. Ghost in the Shell box set. I sent this to my friend in Australia the other day. He was super loving these illustrations that comes with the box, and also there's like amazing color pages too. For shoujo manga fans, Princess Jellyfish box set. Look at the amazing wrap of image right here. And it comes with a little keychain, a whole series of manga and a keychain, and also the poster of a life with no use of men. Monogatari fans, what's up? If you don't already own the Monogatari box set too, you might want to grab it before it runs out. Like, there's a good chance it could run out this winter. And Attack on Titan, of course, the anime is starting in December 2020. And to catch up to the story, I think the best way to do it is to stock up on these box sets, because it contains, short stories, posters, stickers, bunch of stuff that usually doesn't come with when you buy the series by itself. So more holiday gift ideas are available on our website under Kodansha Comics Holiday Gift Guide 2020. So please check it out at kodanshacomics.com. Okay, let's take a look at the chats. I know it's quite an active chat day. I don't know if I could even keep up with it. I'm just gonna scroll back. Ooh. Okay, so earlier question to the audience was, which announcements are you most excited about? I see a lot of people rooting for Boys Run the Riot. Big Swing says so did Torafalgar. Oh, Torafalgar-san said new Silent Voice edition sounds awesome. Uchu Shelf says Boys Run the Riot easy. Reversey says, so happy to see Transweb, and I love the idea of exploring street fashion. Yeah, I think so. This is going to be a very unique manga that I would highly recommend to get into. That's the one that I'm most excited about in the summer season too. Let's see. There are a lot of fans who are all about the silent voice. And Zaregoto, who put that in there? The new Kaori Yuki title, yes, amazing work. Like I was just saying earlier, I'm a pretty big fan of Kaori Yuki since the Angel Sanctuary, I think. I read that a lot when I was younger. Kind of gave me nightmares still to this day. But that's why I like it. Let's see. The Eggmas, the first one, the Beauty and the Beast thing. Beauty and the Beast in the Lost Paradise, yes. And the Boys Run the Riot and the Silent Boys. That's like everything. Maybe not everything. Let's see, Blue Period. Oh, Eggmath, you're also following the Blue Period. I'm really glad to hear, because dude, more people should be reading that series. Like, when the manga debuted, all the bookstores are closed, so there was like not that much of exposure. So if you like that series, please tell your friends about it. Okay, I want more people to talk about it with. And Blue Player 22 also said enjoys Blue Period. Let's see. Okay, I see a few people. Takuma Turbo, Demicell, both rooting for the Blue Period. Reversey, Nick, also. Oh, somebody said I ordered my Akira box set today. Thank you very much. Yeah, that one too, like, you really want to come up early, because like there's a good chance it's gonna run out when those box sets are out. It's really out. So go on to your favorite retailers, website or order from your favorite store like right now. It could be for yourself or to your friends. It really doesn't matter at this point. Ochiba Wolf said catching up, excited for the new Sailor Moon manga. Yeah, I saw some people who are rooting for the new edition, which I'm actually very happy about because it's in Japan. It's called the Bunkobon. I actually bought a lot of manga in that way when I'm like traveling or something, and like I just want like a lighter, smaller pack of manga instead of carrying like my whole bookshelf. So like it's a quick go kind of volume. And then I believe it's more volume than usual tanko, so you get like a good chunk of read from like one volume at a time. So the chat's running super fast today. So for those of you who are rooting for the new editions, thank you very much. I hope to see more of these myself too. And yeah, the chat's going off the radar as these new licensing episodes are super popular. But thank you very much for all of you for participating in the conversation and keeping things peaceful. Well, okay, before I have one more announcement that is about next week. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this was previously in Crunchyroll Expo. We have this like crazy beef with the other manga company, Yen Press, and the rivalry is quite real. And things get really heated between us when we are on the same panel. And so last time, sorry about that. Let me check that real quick. Okay, that's okay. So next week there's an event called Anime NYC that is happening from November 17th to 20th, I believe. It's an online event, and we are having another showdown with Yen Press, and this time it's a rematch for the title of King of Kinokuniya. And our very own Tomo-chan, Double T-chan from Kodansha, and Mark De Vera, the man of 1,000 manga, is going to be having a showdown at Kinokuniya bookstore in New York City. So I hope you can join us on November 19th from 7:45 p.m. And for more information, please go to kodanshacomics.com, Anime NYC 2020. I will be representing Team Kodansha as well there, and hopefully I will see you there too. But for now, I will see you then. Peace out. Yay!